to TV Burp. Pete Burns on top of the pops. On Celebrity Fit Club, Bobby George manages to escape without anyone noticing.
That collectively, your team is...
Jolly Green Giant visits Holby.
All right, I'll talk to him.
Ho, ho, ho. And Smithy does his impression of a steam train on the bill. Matadors! Yes, the mood is pretty grim down at Sunhill, so Adam Acaro tries to lighten it. The old arrow through the neck gag. Elsewhere in Sunhill, their investigations took them to a church. Jesus said, I am. Jesus said, I am. How does that continue? Let's have a look as we follow it on round the corner of the building. Jesus said, I am not in at the moment. Please leave a message after the tone. Isn't it great when you throw a dinner party and everyone clicks straight away? Don't you hate it when the cameraman wears his glasses on the end of his camera? Of course not. It's our own Emmerdale. Poor Steph. She was in a bit of a state. You see, she'd seen a spider.
I keep telling myself, look at the spider. Look at the spider over and over.
That's not a spider, that's your eyelashes. You're frightened of your own eyelashes. Which brings us to Creepy Baby of the Week.
Creepy Baby of the Week. Creepy Baby of the Week.
Here, that bloke off Star Trek's back on the telly in a show called 11th Hour on ITV1.
Well then, have you heard of the hemorrhagic poxy?
No, but I've heard the Kaiser Chiefs are very good. Who do you have on speed dial on your phone?
We kept the numbers on the speed dial.
Try 4.
Why 4?
Work, ex-wife, kids mobile, second job.
Try 5, Patrick. Try 5. Isn't it annoying, though, when you're eating a cream bun and you have to take a phone call? Casualty now. And what we all love about Casualty is the setups. You're watching the scene thinking, how on earth could that end up with him in Casualty?
It's upside down. So will I be when she reads it.
You're not serious?
It's okay, I've done a bungee jump before, right?
A bungee jump off the top of a building wearing a T-shirt that says marry me upside down, come up level with girlfriend's office, she sees the T-shirt, says yes. What could possibly go wrong? Foolproof. If that hadn't worked, his other idea was to set fire to himself, then, when she smelled the smoke, write, will you marry me, in the air with a sparkler. This week saw a welcome return for Robert Winston. Yes, the plucky gynecologist fronts Child of Our Time on BBC One. Instead of watching it as it went out, I thought I'd tape it.
How will their parents influence their lives? And how will their genes and their environment combine to form their personality? This huge project will last for 20 years.
Yeah, all I've got's an E180. Where can you get the 20-year ones, huh? They do blooming Dachshunds? Oi, Chantel, get down Dachshunds and get us a 20-year videotape, would you? It's Child of Our Time on the box. Hey, wouldn't it be exciting to go behind the scenes on Rosemary and Thyme, ITV1's hit show for the over-80s? No, it is very gentle. In fact, if they were to show it directly after Heartbeat, the overall sedative effect could kill a pensioner. That is why they're never shown back-to-back. How on earth do they come up with a brilliant idea like Rosemary and Thyme?
The show was the brainchild of seasoned TV producer Brian Eastman, who realised there was potential in combining gardening with murder mystery. The programme's name picked itself.
That was almost the first thing that we had. That immediately gave us the notion that the title music would be based on that old folk song, and when you see that title, you kind of know what to expect, really, with the show.
You know what it's like? You're searching through the herb rack and suddenly you want to make a TV show. Here's the director, Brian Farnham, who hasn't just made Rosemary and Thyme. Oh, no. He's been in the business 30 years with a long and varied career.
The director on the Spanish episodes is Brian Farnham, one of the most experienced in British television. His credits include Rock Follies, Poirot and Heartbeat.
Yeah, I'll keep quiet about those if I were you. Crime-fighting gardeners. How did they come up with that?
Gardens are pretty dangerous places.
No, they're not.
He comes up with something that is very, very obvious. Gardeners finding bodies is so obvious.
No, it isn't. If gardeners are always coming across bodies, how come they don't? So, is there a simple way to remember what the show's about?
They're Cagney and Lacey with secateurs.
I see, yes, Cagney and Lacey with secateurs.
Well, I love Rosemary and Thyme. It's like Ground Force meets Miss Marple.
Sorry, yeah, Ground Force meets Miss Marple. That's better.
Thelma and Louise with flowers.
A sort of gardener's world with corpses. Make your mind up! How do you throw out an old, unwanted skip, though, eh?
But right now, there's no chance of any of this.
You hire a skip, don't you? Hello? Who's this? What's that? Say that again. That's right, it's Me or the Dog, the show that teaches dog owners how to behave.
My teeth are smiling. Hello, beautiful dog.
This week it was the turn of Rufus the Dachshund. All dogs are bred for a purpose. Alsatians make good guard dogs. Collies are good for rounding up sheep. What are Dachshunds bred for? Trawlermen, of course. Fishing dogs. That's right. They'd hire a boat and set sail, catch mackerel in nets. The Corgi, of course, bred to approve the work of gas fitters. Basically, this show is Super Nanny for dog owners. Oh, did I say Super Nanny?
Rufus barks at the TV.
He doesn't like Super Nanny. In fact, Rufus the Dachshund has fairly strong views about a number of TV programmes. That's right. It's Rufus's TV bark.
Police officer's been charged with murder.
Well, then, have you heard of the hemorrhagic poxes?
They're Cagney and Lacey with secateurs.
Yeah, not as easy as it looks, is it? I must say, I am enjoying the BBC's new police drama, Life on Mars.
My name is Sam Tyler. I had an accident and I woke up in 1973. Am I mad, in a coma, or back in time?
Wait a minute, solving crimes in olden times? I've seen that before somewhere. It's Heartbeat! Hands off our shows! No, fair enough, we did nick Dancing on Ice. It's great to see how the police worked back in the 70s, though. A simpler time, a time of innocence. When they could operate in swimming trunks without there being any saucy implications.
So you think we've made harm your No, that's not it, is it? Anyways, you have the right to remain silent. You're nicked!
You're nicked! Hang on, they're doing it again.
Right, you two are nicked.
Hands off our shows! Well, the Sweeney had Jack Regan, Life on Mars has DCI Gene Hunt. But which tough, no-nonsense 70s copper is best? There's only one way to find out. Welcome back. We catch a glimpse of Pete Burns without the makeup.
It's a very, very...
Patrick Stewart reveals strong feelings about Emmerdale.
I started out on a single farm, became a national disaster.
After being booted off Dancing on Ice, Andy Peters goes home. On Diet Doctors, they finally come out and say what we've all been thinking.
You are fat. You are fat.
You are fat. Thank you very much, Doctor. Do you ever get that thing when you press the top of your head and it makes the sound of a train? Mind the doors. Ah, Eastenders. It was the Miller twins' birthday this week.
Happy birthday to you.
Woo!
Wait a minute, that cake. I've seen it somewhere else on Eastenders. There's the cake, look. And what's that? It's another whale. You're wasting your time. Big Brother's over. I think we all like a good joke, don't we?
Yes, Harry!
The funniest one I heard this week was from Sonja on EastEnders. I'm laughing just thinking about it.
What about all them bedtime stories you've been reading, Rebecca?
Yeah, but The Princess and the Pea isn't exactly Shakespeare, is it, babe?
The Princess and the Pea. Not exactly Shakespeare. I can't understand why anyone wouldn't find that funny.
The Princess and the Pea isn't exactly Shakespeare, is it, babe?
Yeah, actually, hearing it again, it's not that funny, is it? It was nice to hear the sound of happy laughter on EastEnders, because it can be a bit grim. For instance, here's the week on Emmerdale.
Oh, come on, you've got to see the funny side.
Compare that with EastEnders.
You flaming prat.
It seemed to me that the BBC were planning a new spin-off show for Doc Cotton.
What's this going to prove?
Well, I don't think that Bradley had enough time to do anything to Stacey. Now, you run off round to Pat's, get some water, and come back here.
What water?
The water what you got for Stacey.
What, do I have to go and get it for real?
I'm trying to show that you can't have been gone that long.
I wasn't.
It's Cotton and Butcher. They've nicked that from us as well. It's Starsky and Hutch meets elderly religious fanatic and big lady that used to be on the game. Her second case could be that of Jim Branner's disappearing hat.
Clearing out Sonja's room.
Now you see it.
Did you get that magazine I asked you to?
No, you don't. Oh, excuse me. Hello, Noel. The Princess and the Pea. It's hardly Shakespeare, is it? It's nice to see people who used to live in Wolford getting on, though. I saw Nigel off EastEnders has recently qualified as a surgeon and is working in Holby City.
How is he?
Take a fruit pie, stick in your thumb. What are the chances of pulling out a plum?
Riddle me read. My first is in heart attack, but not in stroke. My second is in asthma, and not in smoke. Don't talk in riddles, man.
In the chest, there's the heart, lungs, esophagus, spleen, liver, blood vessels, lots of fruit, all together. In Rob's case, the questing thumb miraculously impaled a plum.
He's been stabbed in the chest. You shouldn't be anywhere near his plums.
Talking to you is like this. You've made your bed, son. Now lie on it.
He is.
Hi, Harry. Wendy Peters from Coronation Street here. We do things differently up north, not like you soft southerners. Take the Weatherfield branch of Interflora. Say it with flowers.
And elsewhere on Coronation Street, Shelley offered us her Roland Rat impression.
Not that I expect you to take any notice of me. I wouldn't if I were you.
Leanne Battersby offered us her Andy off Little Britain.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that one. But the big story on Corrie was that they managed to track down the alien that appeared in that Roswell B film. It's alive and well, and living with Ken and Deirdre. That's what the B stands for. Blanche. Here, how do you make digging exciting? Really cool digging. This was Megastructures, the story of the building of the Melau Bridge. It seems that the town's mayor got the idea for the shape of the bridge from his own eyebrows. Well, you know, I learned a lot about bridge engineering from this show.
These cave systems close to Melau are home to a unique bacteria responsible for the blue mold in the world-famous Roquefort cheese. But what's perfect for cheese could be disastrous for a megastructure.
Now he tells me. Oh, this week I found Russell Grant off Fit Club's shopping list.
13 bowls of cereal with 2 pints of semi-skimmed milk and 3 tablespoons of sugar, 1 bacon sandwich with butter, 4 slices of bread and butter, 1 fried chicken wrap.
Of course not, no. This is everyone's favourite, You Are What You Eat. And after showing us what you shouldn't eat, she shows us what we should eat.
The takeaways are banned, and in their place will be a new regime packed full of fresh foods, such as fish, berries and greens.
All that lovely fresh fruit. But they do add a little warning.
Anyone tackling a change of diet should contact their GP first, which Laura has done already.
Yeah, always check with your GP, yeah. There's a tough one for him. Hey? Stay on the burgers, kebabs and chips, or go for the fresh fruit and veg. Who's his GP? Peter Stringfellow? This week, host Gillian McKeith got to grips with Laura, who had a kebab and pizza habit. In fact, she liked them so much, she was feeding them to her kids.
Laura, I've broken down an average portion of doner kebab, and I've worked out there's actually more fat and calories than in a bowl of dog food, and they're both the same portions, by the way. So, by all intents and purposes, you'd be better off eating the dog food, wouldn't you? So the question is, would you feed dog food to your child?
Don't give her any ideas. Mind you, I've been feeding my kids on dog food for years. It hasn't done them any harm. Go and do your own work. Of course, she's not helped by the fact that she's got an Oompa Loompa working for her buying the pizzas. So, our Gillian, she really lays into Laura's eating habits, particularly the kebabs.
The worst part of it is, it's the very end part of the meat, the part that nobody really wants.
Oh, it's all right to slag them off, but not in front of the kebab, eh? How do you think he feels? Do you ever get that feeling that a show might not live up to the preview for it?
We were just giving Malcolm here a lift.
Malcolm?
Oh, love.
Malcolm's my husband. He's dead.
Oh, way up. Mushrooms.
I'm home.
It's not that easy. I'm married again.
What's up?
You ate any?
Not as yet.
Because normally, heartbeat moves at a slightly slower pace, doesn't it? Oh, that reminds me. We must just tell you a bit about what we've got on this show next week. Next week on TV Burp. Take a look at this clip from Emmerdale. Eastenders now. Isn't it weird how people end up looking like their pencil sharpeners, though, eh? Did you see this on Diet Doctors? There's only one way to find out. Fight! Well, that's all we've got time for. Come in. It's the Kebab off. You are what you eat. What's up, little Kebab? Nobody loves me. Oh, come on in. Come on.
I'm so lonely.
Come on, behind here.
I have nobody to call my own. Woke up in the middle of the night.
I noticed my girl wasn't by my side.
Could have sworn I was dreaming.
For her I was feeding.
So I had to take a little ride. Lonely. I am so lonely.
Come on.
I need nobody to call my own.
So lonely.
Transformations to be proud of next tonight at Stars in Their Eyes Kids. And after that, will a certain judge be the one skating on thin ice tonight? Will the celebs keep their cool? It's Dancing on Ice at 6:45, followed by Millionaire. That's at 8.